welcome back to our West Virginia No Fair Fair Facebook Live event. Again, we're over here at our Lewisburg, West Virginia location. Starting to get a few sprinkles, so we've had to set up some canopies, but that's okay. We're going to keep the show going. My name is John Thurman. I'm here with Brian Honeycutt, the store manager over here at Lewisburg. He's behind the camera. Our sales guys, Bill White and Greg Booth, they're busy over in the showroom working with customers right at the moment, but we encourage you to come on out today if you can. It's a little cloudy and a little drizzly, so perfect day to kind of come shop for a new tractor. Again, this is our fourth segment this morning for our Facebook Live event. We've got some more to come this afternoon, but we finished our Massey tractors this morning. If you missed any of those, feel free to check them out on the Boone Tractor Lewisburg Facebook page. If you want to check those out and watch. With any of the live events, again, we encourage you to send comments. Please like and share if you're enjoying it. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to message us through Facebook. We just ask that you also include some contact information, so if we can't get back to you while we're live on the air, we'll have a way to contact you and get your questions answered, get you some pricing. We really appreciate you tuning in. We've got several more events to go this afternoon, but the event we're to now is to concentrate on our Ferris line of commercial mowers. So Ferris is a company based out of New York. So almost all their mowers are built in their factory in New York. So this is an American-made product. We're very proud of it. It's a great product. Our customers that have purchased the Ferrises from us are very satisfied. This Ferris builds commercial-grade equipment. This is not residential stuff like you buy at a box store. This is commercial-grade. We've got a lot of landscapers and professionals that use the Ferris mowers. Very proud of the product and what it can do for you. So let me just hit a couple high spots. Again, Ferris makes a complete line of commercial turf care. They make not only the zero-turn mowers, but they also make stand-on units. They also make walk-behind units, and they have now, for the last couple of years, also offer a stand-on spreader sprayer unit, which has become really popular with landscapers. So a complete line of products for any of you all that are in the business professionally, but also for you homeowners that have larger acreage and want a top-of-the-line mower. The Ferris is the one to look at. The big thing with Ferris, against all the other competition out here, is you'll see right here. All Ferris zero-turn mowers have four-wheel suspension. And they not only have shocks, but they have pull-over springs over top of the shocks. The suspension is adjustable, and as you can see, now this model is the ISX 3300. It's kind of their flagship model. We'll touch on some of the features there in just a minute. But you've got the four-wheel suspension, so you can see the two up here. There's also two shocks back here on the rear wheels. I think Brian's going to move around so you can see those. Again, on the ISX 3300, it's a fully independent system. All four wheels are completely independent. Now, what this feature does for you is it does several things actually. Most people initially look at it and they think, just like on a vehicle, ride quality. And believe me, it makes a huge difference in ride quality for the operator. You're much more comfortable because the wheels are absorbing the bump and you're not absorbing the bump. That is not the specific reason that Ferris put shocks and springs on their mowers to start with. A couple reasons they did it. First off, by having shocks and springs on all four wheels, as you're mowing your yard, everybody's yard's got some bumps and uneven ground and everything like that. What the shocks and springs do is allow the wheels to absorb that uneven ground, to absorb those bumps, and your deck stays level. So compared with a mower that doesn't have suspension, every time you hit a bump, a rut, anything like that, or go over uneven ground, guess what? If the wheels move up and down because of that bump, guess what the deck's going to do? It's also going to move up and down. So when you have a mower that has suspension on it, and the wheels through the suspension can absorb those bumps, guess what? Your deck stays more level. It doesn't jump every time you hit a bump. What that does for you is when you're done mowing and look out on what you've mowed, you've got a much more even looking cut, even if the ground's rough, because the deck hasn't been jumping every time the wheel hits a bump. That's the first big thing it does for you. The second big thing the suspension does for Ferris is it allows them to build a stiffer chassis on their mower. When you don't have suspension, you have to incorporate a certain amount of flex in the mower frame, or else it'll crack and break. With the suspension system absorbing a lot of that flex, they can build a more solid frame around the mower, which in turn leads to longer life. You don't have near as many welds cracking and breaking. It also leads to longer component life because the components are mounted inside that frame. So it gives you a lot of big advantages there. Now, the third and final thing is the ride quality. And you'll notice that right off the bat. We encourage anybody that's never been on a Ferris mower to come out and ride one. You will be pleasantly surprised with the way it rides. It's much easier on the operator because that suspension is absorbing all those bumps and uneven ground. In addition, Ferris now allows you to put a suspension seat on their mowers. So if you really want a pillow cloud-like ride, get you a Ferris and add the optional suspension seat, and then you really feel like you're riding on a cloud, honestly. You almost feel no bumps at all. The other thing with Ferris, almost all the Ferris mowers have the commercial ICD deck on it, which has a sloped front nose to it. And what that sloped front nose does is it allows the grass time to pop back up before the blades hit it. Whereas a straight down front deck kind of pushes the grass over as you mow over it, and it may or may not pop back up in time for the blades to catch it. With the ICD deck, with the sloped nose, you got a little more area there for the grass to pop back up. And again, all that leads to a more even cut in your cut quality. The Ferris mowers are available with, most models are available with two different engines. You can either get the Briggs & Stratton engines or you can get the Kawasaki engines. Specifically on the 3300 and even down into the 2200, the bigger models, you can get the new Briggs Bull Guard engines. Brian's going to move the camera around so you can see it. I'll walk around to the side here. And what you'll notice with these is they have this big silver tank here. That's actually the oil tank. It's what they call a dry sump engine. So you've got an external oil tank. And the advantage of that is it's similar to race car technology. A lot of you guys are NASCAR fans out there, guys and gals. It's similar to what NASCAR does with the race car engine. You've got an external oil tank, and what it does, it keeps the oil cooler, and in turn leads to longer intervals in between oil changes because your oil doesn't degrade quite as quick because it's not sitting in the hot engine in a sump. It also makes changing the filter easier because the filter is right here under this cap. You've got a dipstick and a filter right here. Oil changes are very quick and easy on this mower. Some other features, and depending on the model, the larger Ferris models have dual tanks, fuel tanks on it that hold up to in excess of 10 gallons, so you can mow, nearly all day long if you need to. But we also have smaller models that may just have a single tank, depending on what you're doing. All the commercial models have the roll bars on them, and most of them have the fold-down roll bar. So if you're mowing under some low-hanging trees, that kind of stuff, you can fold the roll bar down. Don't worry about catching it, flip it back up, and you still got full roll bar protection. But again, Ferris is built in New York. Several of us here at Boone Tractor have actually been to the Ferris plant. They're a really great company. They've been around a long time. A lot of people don't know the Ferris name if they're not in the commercial circles for lawn care and landscaping, but most folks in that commercial market have known about the Ferris name for quite a while. Great mower. Again, it's a commercial built, but 50% of our customers that buy them, or maybe even a little more, are residential customers who just want the best mower for the money. So we encourage you to come on down and look at the Ferris lineup. We've got the complete lineup here at our Lewisburg location. come on down, check them out. Let's see if we can find the right size Ferris mower to fit your needs. And we'll be glad to even let you get out here. We've got plenty of grass out here at Lewisburg. I'm sure Brian would be more than happy for you to mow a couple swipes for him. So we'll be glad to let you test one out. Again, we appreciate you joining us. If you have any questions, the phone number over here at Lewisburg is 304-645-1711. You can reach us through our Facebook page, message. You can go to our website, www.boomtractor.com. You can email us, but just please, if you have any questions or would like pricing on any of the models or any more information, feel free to contact us and we will be glad to help you out. Again, Bill White, Greg Booth of the Sales Associates over here at Lewisburg. So now that we've covered the Ferris lineup, we're going to take a little break for lunch. We'll be back, I think, what, Brian, at 1:15?
That's correct.
Yep, we'll be back at 1:15. We'll start with the new Hom products this afternoon, and may have to move some canopies around to keep us dry, but hey, that's okay. We'll go on with the show. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you.